She kissed like a dare, he answered like a king. Together, they rewrote the rules of attraction. When Venus blazes and Mars roars, love doesn't wait, it hunts, claims, and crowns. This isn't candlelight romance, it's fireworks at midnight, laughter that echoes, and hearts that burn like royalty. All right, guys, Venus in Aries, trine Mars in Leo, and it's hot, it's fast, it's fierce, and it's unforgettable. It's the kind of aspect that makes people fall hard, chase boldly, and create passionately. This is not a shy or subtle energy. This is a mutual attraction on fire, creativity, love with a mission, and sex with soul. All right, welcome back to my channel, Cosmic Insight Astrology. I am your co-pilot, Krisztina. Today, we are going to talk about the Venus and Mars trine, which is going to happen actually May 18th. And it's going to happen at, let me see my little note, 13 degrees 53 minutes. All right. If you're new to my channel, please, I would like you to actually give me a chance over here because I know I'm going to provide a lot of information. And as I say, usually, maybe I'm not going to be your cup of tea, but I can be your shot of tequila or both. And I saw that in the comments when you guys wrote, I am both of your, the cup of tequila, and I mean the shot of tequila and the cup of tea, and I really appreciate that. So you have to know I try to answer each comment, and I do timestamps, guys, but sometimes I do it 2-3 days after because of I'm like working a lot, and also I have two teenagers, and you would accept, like teenager boys doesn't want to talk to their mommy, but actually my 16 and 13 years old still needs their mommy. And they are Taurus boys, but very talkative, and they want to do arts and paint with me and do jewelries and whatever. So they really need me. And don't forget about the cooking. And because I'm obsessed with cleaning and I don't trust anyone clean good as me, I know it's my mistake, but that's why many times I'm behind with everything. So, but if you're willing to timestamp ahead a little bit, actually, even just the signs, I really appreciate that. And I really want to thank for Stephanie and from Tomeska as well, because both of you timestamp sometimes the whole entire video. And I really, really appreciate that. Obviously, I'm going to give you guys gift. I'm doing the 2026 horoscope already in July. We're going to have Christmas in July, and most likely I'm going to put it on for 50%, especially if someone wants to buy annual readings. And I also going to do a whole entire financial with cryptocurrencies, and I'm gonna put that on my website once I figure out how to, but I will do it soon, really, really soon. So I just want to tell you, if anyone of Permaculture Ma'am, you are sharing my videos on websites. Thank you so much. If you want to share in any other social media, Facebook account, astrology account, I really appreciate that. And I see you, I see who you are. And then I'm gonna ask for you to send me a not text message, but an email. And I'm willing to pay it forward with my 2026, astrology forecast. I really do, because I appreciate all of you. All right, thank you so much. And the other thing is, if you're new to my channel, I always going to start with some quotes because I'm the queen of the quotes, and also because of I love to watch movies, and I try to always find something which is really suits the most for the video I'm analyzing, the aspect I'm analyzing. And I am truly obsessed with asteroids and fixed stars, because it's giving you a different layer for your interpretation. And also, when you are sticking with me, you're going to learn about aspects, minor, major. Minor aspect, is it really minor? Because I don't think so, like we have to consider it. And you're going to talk about medical, mundane perspective and personal perspective as well. And I analyze each individual's videos for each each sign, and the lunation always comes with a meditations. And I write my meditations because of, whenever I'm really stressed, I want to go back to my childhood, and I'm bringing up my little rabbits and turtles and, the forest and tree house. That's what I most like. Whenever we go to travel, I always try to find a tree house to get away from the noise of the world, and I can actually easily can relax and just get away and clear my mind. So that's what I try to actually paint for you in my meditations, and I hope it will help you. And I know those are shorts, but I'm incorporating with multiple people right now to create for you something beautiful, and you will be able to just go on my channel and also just click on my meditations and choose whatever suits for you. Okay, so give me a try, all right, please, and thank you. Subscribe, comment below. You can write me, and as more as you comment or answering back, as more as the algorithm going to find me. Also, I wanted to tell you guys, I started to monetize my videos finally after certain views, right? And right now I got few email from YouTube. Guess what? They are not putting the monetization on some of my videos if I mention, like certain countries and wars and whatever. So I'm going to try to actually write down the country's name, and I'm going to try to even the WAR spell it for you, because the algorithm not yet gets the spelling. So, if I have to talk about certain issues, for example, that is like, I'm going to just, so for example, ISRAEL and RUSSIA, you cannot actually say it. And also you cannot say the piece, you can say it, but the WAR, you can't, because the algorithm right away you're going to, and I'm just not going to be paid by YouTube at all. So that's what's happening. They censoring us already. I told you guys before many times that it's going to be major censorship, and especially, like Neptune is compassion, Saturn is censorship over there in Aries. We are compassionate, we want to fight, and they won't allow us to fight. And the freedom of speech is not really a freedom of speech, and you can already say that in America. And also permaculture, ma'am, I saw your comments in my previous video. Thank you so much. I'm going to answer each one of the questions. I don't know if I mentioned that already, but I will. Okay, so just watch out for my videos, and I'm coming up with all of the answers for your questions. All right, so let's not talk about any more YouTube algorithm, but I'm going to actually start the video for you, and we're going to analyze together Venus in Aries. And also you have to know I talk about mythology and I talk about archetypes as well. And I, of course, keep repeating because I don't know who is new to my channels, right? And how much, how deep are their knowledge. And it's good to repeat. I always tell my boys, repetition is creating the master. So, it's good to repeat things. So actually Venus in Aries is the love of war. She's not waiting, she's hunting, as I said before, because Aries ruled by Mars, and Venus in Aries is assertive, bold, and very flirtatiously impulsive as well. And she wants passion, and also she's very, very courageous. She falls fast and leaves if you are hesitating. The keywords over here is bold affection, sexy independence, and thrill of the chase, and self-love first. And Mars in Leo, Mars loves to be in the big brother sign, because both of them hot and dry, and it desires and it is really want to have drama around as well. It fights for love with style, and it wants to be admired and worshipped and obeyed, but also wants to protect and impress as well. So think of someone like lion-hearted, devoted, with grand gestures, but also very, very erotic and with erotic confidence as well. So the keywords over here is loyal passion and creative desire, and also performative sex appeal and romantic heroism. Also, I wanted to mention because I also saw that, the time stamping, and it makes it easier for some to understand, or what I'm talking about. But you can also go for the transcription, and there is, if you are putting the CC on the captions, even if it's going to translate me something sometimes a little bit wrongly, right, because of they don't answer my they don't understand my accent, it's still going to help you. But I'm sorry, I speak multiple languages. I will have accent, and I'm not going to apologize for that because at least I speak languages. It's easier for the people who speaks multiple language to understand my accents. That's definite. All right, I'm not apologizing, I'm just saying. But we're also going to talk about the trine between these lovers. They are the ultimate lovers and they are very opposite. And it is a trine, it's 120 degrees, guys. And the trine actually means something Jupiterian in flavor, and it's very harmonious. This energy is actually granted for us and it is flowing, and both planets are in fire sign and they are mutual ignition. They are very, very sparky and heated. And the attraction is natural and also, instinctive and also creative as well. They share language of passion and charisma and artistry as well. So, for example, in personal level, in relationship, it could express itself as instant chemistry, and love starts with a look, right? And it is almost like a wildfire right away. So, but also if you are in relationship already, the partners challenge and inspire each other. Fighting becomes actually a foreplay. And it could also represent power couple vibes. But it could be with a touch of rivalry. And actually, I was checking composite charts, and Beyonce and the husband Jay-Z also have Mars and Venus trine in their chart. So they are competitive, but also power couple. But yeah, so I checked multiple chart, but right now I forgot which one of that other one had this actually aspect in that chart. They uplift each other's definitely, and cheer for each other's, but also, pushing each other's a little bit because they want to win. Both of them wants to win, Mars and Venus as well. And it is very creative energy because actually it's birth, performance, and fashion, and also it's good for visual arts and anything to do with dancing and acting, body-based expression. And also it is an artistic duo over here that thrives on passion. And because for example, Venus in Leo in the fifth house, it's exalted, right? Not exalted, I'm sorry, it's in planetary joy in the fifth house. And right now, Mars is in Leo in the fifth house actually, but it loves to be in the little brother, big brother. It's like a VIP. It's taken care of over here. But so there is going to be some kind of new film coming in, or music, maybe music collaboration, something to do with actors and directors, and maybe someone I don't know, with music, who is coming on over here, and they're going to do some kind of duo together. um, and also, if we are checking mundane astrology over here, and especially business, because of Venus is also currency as well. So it could bring in something to do with creative entrepreneurship and something to do with beauty and entertainment. And Venus going to bring in branding, anything to do with aesthetic, and Mars going to bring in leadership and drive. So it is really ideal for launching out your business right now and rebrand your business, anything to do with, passion project, but needs courage as well. So, for example, the archetype of Venus, Venus is Aphrodite, right, in Greek mythology, and um, and Mars is Aries, and they are obviously the goddess of warrior, both of them, goddess and the god of warrior, but they are becoming lovers. So it is some kind of inner harmony between them, and they are reclaiming self-worth, both of them through courageous actions. And the shadow side of this trine, even if it's a trine, there could be some kind of shadow as well. Because I always tell you guys, never forget the S above, so below, S within, so without. Because every single planet, every single aspect, every single houses and signs has negative and positive pole, because we are living duality, obviously. So the shadow side of could be something to do with arrogance and love. I'm right, right? And I'm right because I'm hot kind of situation. So, it could be over identifying with desire, something to do with chasing drama instead of intimacy, and burnout from too much fire. And you will need to find some kind of grounding. And it could also bring in jealousy and impulsiveness as well. And you want to have attention all the time and be in center of attention. So what is the remedies of this trine? The remedies is moving. Let your body to move. Let your body to be the altar. Dance, do yoga, tai chi, anything but move, and celebrate your creativity, because creativity is the most important, is more important than knowledge itself. And it could be really, really loud, and it could sparkle. I know, put some glitter on everything. Lately, that's what I do. And it is really bold and flirty and there. But you can do that, but still try to be humble and kind. Very important to stay kind. Um, and you can use some kind of affirmation and write your own affirmation as well. But my affirmation is for you. My desire are sacred. My love has courage. Also, very important. And if we are going to go to the mundane astrology a little bit over here, and we can actually check, there will be some kind of charismatic leaders, anything to do with Mars in Leo, going to form some kind of alliances or some kind of peace gesture, right? Because Venus in Aries could be actually peace. And if you believe it or not, as I said, either you like Trump, hate Trump, or you pretend you hate but secretly like, pretend to like but secretly hate. Okay, that's what it is. So actually, Trump has Mars and Leo. And what I just heard right now, and it would be wonderful because of he wants peace also on the Middle East, right? And let me just write down the name of the country so I can spell it quickly. So actually, he said he wants to acknowledge the state of Palestine. And if he would do that, then he would get a Nobel Prize, right? So that's what could happen right now. And it could also bring in a lot more high-profile diplomatic visits, because that's the grand symbol of the trine over here. So anything to do with military, there could be something to do with military leaders, but they're going to become female leaders somehow. Or what else could happen, because of Mars in Leo and want some kind of glamour, or they're going to beautify somehow they're going to come out with new guns, for example, and it's going to be just used by females, and it's going to have some kind of symbol on it, which is very feminine, which is crazy because the gun kills, right? So how can you make it feminine and look beautiful, whatever? But they will have guns like pink and I don't know, some lotus on it, whatever it is, but that's what they're going to try to do. And also we're going to see a lot more romantic scandals. Right now I'm watching the P. Diddy case. Right now Cassie is, I think, her trial is over right now. And what we learned from the P. Diddy case, it was like super disturbing, at least for me. But I told you guys, I only kill mosquitoes and cockroaches. And, I'm a very peaceful person, and I want everybody to live happily ever after. And I want peace on earth, and somehow here cancer and obesity and jealousy and greed, and I don't know if it's ever going to happen. I just watched actually also Elon Musk, one of his shorts, and he said if we wouldn't have wars, then we wouldn't improve. And I was thinking of that, and maybe we would lay back and everything would be easier, but there is always some people who are striving to achieve more, and they have more ambitions. And I don't think that sentences or sentiment, whatever he said, was correct. But whatever, you might disagree with me over here. I truly want to have peace. And on the other hand, what we also have to talk about, because of, it could be something to do with health and fitness, because Aries also fitness as well. And for example, Leo is heart health, so they might going to actually have some kind of new medicine in cardiovascular or anything to do with diabetes pills as well, or they might going to actually make it affordable, the price of the diabetes medicines, the weight loss medicines, and also I would say even anything to do with health and fitness and cardiovascular medicines as well, right? And but also it could be something to do with, there can be some kind of movement with body confidence, and also some kind of sexual health reform as well, because there is a lot of taboo around sexuality, and I found it really, like controversial because of, for example, when I lived in Key West for 10 years, we had the Fantasy Fest over there. And oh my God, people were naked on the street, body painted, which people who had grandchildren, and everything was hanging, and I was like, geez, and they are going to in restaurants with body paints and sitting on the chairs, but then we are not capable to talk about sexuality in like open-mindedly, because then it's a taboo. And that's why I believe we have a lot of sex trafficking and a lot of abuse of the body, because of we are not open about that. But and also, it could bring in some kind of breakthrough in hormone-related treatment as well, anything to do with libido or menstruation or testosterone therapy. And also, it could be something to do with gender fluidity and, yeah, gender fluidity probably as well. So the other thing what could happen for the public, for the general public over here, anything to do with uh, a new youth movement, because Aries is the youth and they are bold, and because of this trine over here, and keeping each other's hand or holding each other's hand, they're going to demonstrate for actually against something to do with censorship and reclaiming actually their voices, and the protest could go viral. And also it could be something, it could bring back something with the 80s and the 90s aesthetically, with colors, anything to do with makeups, colors, or clothing somehow. And, art as seduction or weapon, it could become. Yeah, so the other thing that could happen, because we have to check the economic as well, and Venus rules copper, and it rules also diabetes pills, sugar as well, sugar cane, and then we have to check Mars also as steel and iron. And then we also, but that's also, if we are checking the market, Venus is money and value, and Mars is ambition and competition. So, they are harmonizing each other. They are fire signs, so it could hit at the market definitely. And if we are checking checking luxurious brands, anything to do with beauty, fitness, anything to do with creative sector, something to do with perfumes and it could be also like maybe some kind of AI technology, but something to do with body image, AI technology. Maybe they're going to create some kind of application which is actually going to tell us how to lose weight, and it's going to be very specific for the individual with the data you are putting in. I mean, we have those already, but they can come up with a fitness plan. What vitamins do you need to use and everything else. All right, guys, I wanted this video to be short, so I definitely going to start to analyze each individual sign for you. But you have to know the rising sign is all about you. This is who you pretend, the mask what you wear for the public, how you interact with other people, the way you actually live and, express yourself. And the sun is your father figure, vitality, that's your career and your job, and your moon is the way, that is your subconscious, your fears, the way you're nurturing yourself, your feelings, your home situation, and the way you were mothered, or that's your mother figure as well. So let's start with Aries rising sun and moon over here. And I would watch that for my rising sign first, after my sun sign and my moon sign. But what I have to tell you over here, Aries rising sun, I mean, actually it's going to happen in your first and your fifth house. Mars is in your fifth and Venus is in your first house. So you radiate and you are very charismatic and you are very, very magnetic right now. This is actually fantastic time for romance and artistic expression or launching a passion project. Your confidence is high and you are more inclined to take bold risk in love or creative pursuit. If you are a parent, this could be a turning point in your, parenthood as well. You can actually become pregnant or bear another child, but also a turning point in the relationship with your child. You're going to have more joy and shared activities as well. And you are very flirtatious as well, and you want to have fun and playfulness as well. Also, I wanted to tell you guys over here, you can watch for your stellium as well, because of when somebody has 3-4 planets actually in their in areas, that could indicate like you are really Mars influenced. And also if by progression, for example, I have like 4 planets by progression in Aries right now, I always consider myself a little bit fiery lately as well. Okay, so Taurus rising sun and moon, we're gonna go for you. And Venus is going to light up your 12th house, while Mars actually energize your 4th house. So that is something to do with behind the scene passions, something perhaps a secret romance, or it could be a powerful internal desire, anything to do with beauty or home or anything to deepen your roots as well. You might reconnect with your ancestry, find resolution with family tension, or begin a spiritual home practice. This combo may also inspire you to work on a personal healing retreat, design anything to do with, you can design a sanctuary, a space at home, a meditation room, or face hidden family patterns with courage and grace at this moment. Also, you can go to not just to do plant medicine, but also you can go to a retreat or open a retreat around your home. Gemini rising sun and moon is going to happen in your 11th house, and Mars is going to be in your 3rd house. So Venus is in 11, which is a social fire sign in a best way, actually. You may strike up a flirtation with a friend or find yourself drawn to a collaboration, creative group project as well. The 3rd has anything to do with your niece, nephews, uncle, aunts, neighborhood, this is something what you are familiar with. This is also your younger sibling, anything to do with journalism and workshop teaching. So you can start writing, speaking, teaching. You can feel inspired and you're going to be inspired more than ever. And it's great for launching some kind of social media project or speaking on an event, or actually you can organize a community event as well, which is going to be really, really not just only courageous, but people gonna love it. Cancer rising, Sun and Moon is going to happen in your 10th house, and Mars is in your second house, Venus in the 10th. So that is creating a beautiful trine between the lovers, and it is going to give you a serious career glow up. And its potential to actually get a new career, to get a sidekick job, or get actually bonus or salary raise right now. You can get and expect recognition and going to get a lot of professional opportunity as well. And, you may also feel a push to pursue leadership, anything to do with creative entrepreneurship as well. The Venus Mars, it's actually a very, very fiery energy right now, and it's going to bring in a lot of confidence and magnetism, and people are paying attention to your talents and the way you carry yourself. It is very great time for branding, or to go to interviews or speaking TED Talk, and you're going to be unapologetic. Leo rising, Sun and Moon is going to happen in your ninth and third house. Venus is in your ninth, and Mars is in your third house. First house is everything to do with you, the way you express yourself, your body. And ninth house is older sibling, foreign export import business, traveling, YouTubing, and publishing as well. So it's really perfect to go for a foreign country to learn something. It is also could bring in a philosophical reawakening or awakening. You can change religion right now, or you can get married for the second times. It could also inspire you to publish something, a book, or maybe you're going to open your YouTube channel. Something what you were actually held onto for a long time, a dream, can become a blessing right now, and you can launch a visionary platform. You are really charismatic, you are really radiant, and like you are actually the warrior poet right now. You are leading from your heart, and you are fearless, you are promoting yourself, and you believe in it. That's why you can succeed. And also you can have some kind of romance with someone who has a different background, and it's very heated. Someone who either had a different philosophy or either has a different background, like from a different country. Virgo rising, Sun and Moon, it's going to happen. Venus is in your 8th house, and Mars is actually in your 12th house. 12th house is something to do with your inner world. That is your subconscious. That is what is hidden enemies. It is also rules the underprivileged. It rules hospitals, hospice, hospitality, hotels, anything to do with jails, orphanages, veterans, right? And 8th house is taboo, sex, death, anything to do with taxes, with detective, bank account, stock market, and so on. So it could actually create some kind of intense emotional or sexual experience, something to do with a person who could have been also a past life connection, or some kind of financial shift through some kind of shared resources. You might going to be able to find out who was your hidden enemy, and actually that person could go to jail if you had some kind of issue with identity theft. And you could also be compelled to work through grief, something to do and actually heal ancestral wounds and trauma. And that is going to bring in a deep transformation. Artistic or healing talents could emerge from dreams, and anything to do with altered states as well, or meditative works as well. And your private world going to grow with passion and mystery, and you're going to have vivid and lucid dreams. You can go actually to hypnotherapy, and it would help you with addiction also. Libra rising sun and moon, it's going to happen. Venus is in your 7th house, Mars is in your 11th house. 7th house is your mirroring, your partnership, that is anything to do with your significant others, YouTube followers, and mediation, and also alliances. And it could bring in peace. Mars in your 11th house is something to do with your social media tribe. It is your tribe. It is also luck as well. So, for example, you can get married with someone who is in a higher hierarchy or class, for example. It could also bring in a romantic relationship with a long-term friend. Maybe you were just friends, but you fall in love and you can't resist and you're going to get married. Or maybe your friend's going to introduce you to someone or set up for a blind date. You go and it's going to be happily ever after. They're definitely going to be shared goals if you already have a relationship, some kind of shared goals, and you're going to work on some kind of social causes. Maybe something to do, you want to do a non-profit with your friend. And there is a lot of charm and chemistry. And, if you collaborate with others, you will have to be careful a little bit, because you might going to start to work with someone and the person is compassionate and you love that philanthropic ideal around the person and clothes and you fall in love. So, and if you are already, like devoted to someone else, it could create a tension. Scorpio rising sun and moon is going to happen in your 6th and 10th house. Venus is in your 6th house, while Mars is in your 10th house. 6th house, anything to do your daily routine, rental property, soulmate relationship. It is also something to do with private hospitals, your pets, your dog and cat, small pets and small animals as well. And it is your gym, your yoga studio, juice bar, anything to do with health and work as well, and workplace. And the 10th house is your career, the way you are honored and recognized, your public image over here. So you might feel energized and you overhaul your routine, and you can take control of your health or chase a leadership role with renewed drive as well. And you're going to be actually promoted or become the face of the company, or you're going to become a CEO. And it could be also like some kind of flirtation at work. So if, for example, a boss is going to, try to take you for a date or flirtation, careful, because it could go for a relationship and later on you can actually suffer out from this. But definitely it could be something like somebody, or it's enough just like a CEO is seeing what you are doing and going to give you honor, recognition, or perhaps even a financial reward as well. You can actually adopt a dog. You can actually open a yoga studio, a fitness studio, become a fitness agent or something like that. Sagittarius rising sun and moon is going to happen in your 5th and 9th house. Venus is in your 5th house and Mars is in the 9th house. The 5th house, anything to do with romance and in, what is that? Oh my God, I forgot. Investing, and also that is your children creativity project as well, and your lover. And Mars is in the ninth house, anything to do with your older sibling, anything to do with export, import, anything to do with your green card, passport, or foreign traveling, long distance traveling as well, publishing, and your YouTube channel. So right now it's time to play and explore. And also you can take a romantic or creative risk as well, whether through travel, study, or cross-cultural exchange as well. You might going to actually have an exchange student in your home, or your children can go, or you, if you are young enough to go some kind of, teaching abroad, for example. But definitely follow your heart. And there is because of when you follow your heart, the mission is alive, guys. And that's when you're going to succeed. You may fall in love with someone afar, or, with foreign language, or, even with different cultural background or spiritual background and philosophical background. But it's really, really great time for publishing and performing, teaching, and taking bold leaps in personal passion project that feel like destiny. I am a Sagittarius rising myself, and I truly believe, and I hope right now I'm willing, because I told you guys I can do writing anytime. I'm great with writing and with words. And actually, I prefer writing because of my accent. And I got many times, like, well misunderstood, or just a little bit trolled because of my accent, and that's why I prefer writing. And I have like 5 6 books right now. I started a horror astrology book, and I'm halfway written it, and I was like, oh my God, that's gonna be the 6th one right now, which I should publish, or seventh actually, and I'm still not publishing anything. All right, but it could be something for us with publishing and performing and teaching as well. Capricorn rising, sun and moon, it's going to happen in your fourth house. Venus is in your fourth house of family roots, ancestry. That's your land, that's your real estate as well. And Mars is going to heat up your eighth house. Eighth house, anything to do with tax, debt, prenups, abortion, miscarriage, pregnancy, detective, anything to do with your stock market investment as well. Over here, there is going to bring in a lot of transformation right now. You might going to get to be paid off your mortgage, or you can do some kind of renovation at your home, or buy a new real estate, and the AP are going to be really good for you. Something to do also to heal some kind of karmic wound in the family. Anything to do with sexual intimacy could deepen. And there is also some kind of emotional vulnerability, but it's going to become strength rather than a threat. So you may also engage with inheritance taxes, shared estates. You're going to sign a very, very positive prenup, or maybe you got divorced and right now you're going to get the compensation from out of your marriage. And it's definitely, it could also, like, you are having the fund to renovate your home or redesign your home, and or you're just going to find out, because it is also something to do with genetics. Your father or mother is not your biological father, or your grandfather, something about your family as well. But it's not going to be a threat. You're going to be surprised, but it's going to be great. Aquarius rising, sun and moon is going to happen in your third house and in your seventh house, Mars. Third house is your community, your neighborhood, the HOA, if you have in your community, your nearby markets, anything to do with your communication device, your car, your internet access, anything to do with your niece, nephew, uncle, aunts, you know. And Mars is in the seventh is your relationship, alliances. That is something what you are familiar with. And it could be some kind of really sparky and electric conversation and chemistry between you and the neighbor, right? Or it could be some kind of great time for neighborhood parties, and you are initiating that. And you also can connect with people who are sharpening your mind or start to teach, for example. But you can also have a business partner right now and open up a business, and together you go to the neighborhood market to selling something, which could be beauty products, for example. But also you are capable to have a contract, because seventh house is contract as well, especially if it's a book deal, or actually your first signing gonna happen right now, because you published the book, and it could be that as well. It could also bring in some kind of romance, and as I said, it could be maybe that is my brother or my sister friends, and or they were friends before, and somehow I reconnected with that person, and I'm gonna have some kind of romance with that person. All right, Pisces rising, sun and moon is going to happen in your second house. Venus is in your second, Mars is in your sixth. Anything to do with money meets purpose over here. Second house is your values, your morals, the food what you eat. That is the money what you earn. That is some kind of hidden gift, talent, what you are actually can uh, monetize later on and create some kind of sidekick jabot from that. And Mars is in the sixth house. Sixth house, anything to do with head, tenants, tenancy, soulmate relationship, anything to do with pets, dogs, cats, work routine, daily routines, private hospitals, things like that. So you're ready to actually monetize a creative or healing skills right now. You may get the confidence to ask for more, raise your rates, or promote your work boldly. And it's also time to beautify your workspace and commit to a new health plan, or actually build some kind of value through discipline. You are going to change the way you eat. And also, it could be something is entering your life which is going to be lab-based or creative-based, and actually it could support your goals, your environment, and financially it could support you as well. So Pisces rising, sun and moon, it could be really, really positive for you as well, but for all of us. All right, guys, thank you so much to being here with me, to listening, to subscribe, comment below. And if you are doing ahead my timestamps, I appreciate that because then I have to do less, obviously. I'm happy to be here. I really love to do this. I don't feel this as a work. I mean, even if it is really time consuming, and I wish I would be really creative with AI and technology, even if I'm not, but hopefully soon I will be so. Since Pluto went to my third house, which is in Aquarius, and I have Mercury in Aquarius, I hope I finally going to find the easiest way how to manage this whole entire publishing and AI situation, and I will be able to work, or I create enough money to hire people. That would be the most amazing things. All right, thank you so much to being here and listening me. Bye for now.